Lose not your heart. Before pointing out the faults of others, search for faults in yourself and do your best to fix them first. Spend as much time doing this as you do criticizing others. Then you will realize that the harm caused by criticizing others can replace your happiness. Therefore, happiness only comes from removing this harm. People who wish to conquer the world should conquer themselves first. If you can do this, then you can conquer anything. People will not stand against you, but will be influenced by you. Recognize the need for spiritual contemplation. Performing social service without a spiritual outlook makes people obsessed with their own virtue. They consider themselves great philanthropists. They expect obedience and praise. Because of this, their increased arrogance makes them enemies of many. They become not philanthropists, but destroyers. Without a spiritual outlook, they can never develop humility, nor do they have the ability to change themselves. Such people go on committing endless mistakes and make their own lives unbearable. Make your life an offering. To make your life an offering, make sure that you comply with the following. See every person as worthy of kindness. Utilize your time with honesty and discipline. Work for the welfare of others. Limit your speech to worthy causes. Accept only that which you have honestly earned. Constantly keep God in your thoughts. Stay focused on your duties. Maintain your mental equilibrium. Making your life an offering is the sign of true intelligence and farsight. Your life cannot truly be considered an offering until you give up your ego. Surrender yourself. You must be prepared to face hardships in your life. You may be predisposed to feel that you cannot face them, but where you find doubt, tiredness, and despair in yourself, you will also find immense strength. Finish your work wholeheartedly and step aside. Let the results come to you in due course of time. Work to your full potential. Do not get discouraged by any situation. The only actions you can control are your own, not those of others. Do not criticize others, and do not hold any expectations of them. There is no need to be afraid. Everything will turn out for the best. Do not despair. You are standing on firm ground. Whatever happens, let it happen. Whatever is said about you, let it be said. You should consider these things as illusory as a mirage. If you have really detached yourself from the world, then why should such things affect you? Focus on inspecting yourself thoroughly for weaknesses. Only then can you begin the process of growth. Take advantage of every moment and every opportunity. Your path is very long and time is very short. Concentrate your inner strength on reaching your goal. Do not despair in any situation. Have faith not in the capacity of man, but in the capacity of God. God will show you the right path. Look for the treasure within yourself. Keep your mind engaged in useful tasks. Do not let it go idle. Take life seriously. The task of spiritual growth is before you, and time is very short. If you are led astray by your own negligence, you alone will have to pay the price. Patience and hope will enable you to face any situation. Stand on your own feet and challenge the entire world if you need to, but you should only be satisfied after attaining your highest goals. When others look outside for worldly treasure, look inside for the treasure within yourself. Do not depend on others. The day you develop faith in the strength of your own hands, feet, and heart, your soul will tell you to go forth alone. Keeping high expectations of others is like building castles in the air, unreal and worthless. Pinning your hopes on others cripples your own originality and courage. The person who centers his life around another person becomes alone very quickly. Putting your life in another person's hands is like setting sail without knowing where you are going. The cause of failure. We are constantly trying to force others to think and act according to our own beliefs. These attempts to correct others' behavior neither change their minds nor satisfy us. We justify controlling others in several ways. We believe that if we control them, we may acquire some immediate gain, or that the person is a hindrance to our progress, or that the person is constantly criticizing us, spreading rumors about us, etc. Using such reason to blame others for your failure will not benefit you. Control over happiness and unhappiness. Instead of being controlled by happiness and unhappiness, establish your mastery over them. This will render your life more interesting and meaningful. It is every person's responsibility to uplift himself and better his life, and you should fully involve yourself in this task. You can achieve a great deal if you take full advantage of favorable circumstances and are not afraid of adverse ones. Learn from every circumstance and move forward. As you progress, whatever seemed adverse will seem favorable, and then when that time comes, you will be free from your sadness. The call of time. Courage calls to us. The current era and its responsibilities call to us. We cannot ignore them. To uplift ourselves and our society, we will endure paths that are filled with thorns. We will not worry about what others say or do. We will be guided only by our own conscience. Let those who wander aimlessly in the darkness do so, but we will take refuge in the light of our wisdom and move forward. We will not look for support from others. We will always be guided by our soul and our conscience, and we will have the courage to carry out our tasks as wise people should. Do not stray. The desire to survive can quickly give way to the desire for wealth, fame, and material success, each of which is so powerful that an ordinary person can easily be swept away. Only those with their sights set on higher ideals can remain firm against the tide. When you feel lost, remember when determination first took root in your heart. Make sure that your commitment to your cause is not ebbing away. The combination of contemplation and character. Instead of looking for faults in others, discover your own faults. There is nothing to be gained by finding faults in others. You are only responsible for the mental and physical weaknesses of your own person. 1/4 of the circumstances you receive are a result of your own past actions. Nevertheless, 3/4 of the situations life gives you are a result of your current outlook and the effectiveness with which you are fulfilling your duties. If you take up the task of correcting yourself, you can solve many of your own mental and physical problems. No one is impressed by those who talk a great deal and accomplish very little. Those who have incorporated contemplation and character into their lives, however, can influence many people. Such people are the ones who make a difference in their environment. Awaken your self-confidence. When you find yourself in adverse situations and you feel that nothing is under your control, take it as a sign that you lack self-confidence. Until you change your mindset, you cannot be rid of these adverse situations. You cannot create favorable conditions until you believe that you are fully capable of doing so. If you do not change your thinking now, the divinity in you will diminish. Tell yourself that the divinity within you is working in your favor, and replace your mental weakness with this awakened self-confidence. The spirit of sportsmanship. If you wish to do something extraordinary, do not pay attention to what others think of your goals and plans. If they see you as an unrealistic dreamer, ignore it. Have faith in yourself. Do not let your faith waver because of someone's words or an adverse condition. If you keep going, you will ultimately find a way to proceed. Keep applying your efforts, but do it with a spirit of sportsmanship. Do not give up, even upon losing. Balance your thoughts and actions. When the mind is pulled in too many directions, it cannot accomplish anything. It becomes disturbed by half-completed tasks and runs out of control. When it is burdened with too many tasks, it cannot complete a single one. You quickly lose time, energy, and most importantly, your temper. By limiting your tasks and organizing your thoughts, you will not be as likely to waste your energies, and you will be able to achieve greater success in the tasks you undertake. Before starting a task, Saturate your mind with noble thoughts. This is the formula for worldly success. While we cannot change situations, we can change ourselves to accommodate a situation and remain cheerful. The essence of religion. The greatest source of stress these days is a disorganized lifestyle. People are always rushing to complete things, and every moment of their day is occupied by thoughts of work. There is no time left for thoughts about life. A healthy lifestyle must include time for rest and relaxation. This will enable us to reach our full potential. Therefore, it is necessary to organize everyday life so that this critical aspect is included in the routine. In order to utilize our God-given capabilities to their full potential, we have to integrate honesty, discipline, self-control, and well-organized surroundings into our lives. The essence of religion is to enjoy performing duties and to face adversities fearlessly. The purposeful life. We spend much of our lives trying to acquire food, shelter, and various sensory pleasures. We center ourselves around the body and activities associated with it. But if this is all there is to life, what is the difference between humans and animals? Since humans are the most enlightened beings, they also have greater responsibilities. Those who do not comply with these responsibilities of human life are not worthy of being called human.